don't want to touch any, like I don't want to touch anything. You're just like, you're just trapped like in like a stasis pod. You just gotta sit there like a cocoon, scared to touch the wall because it's just like been defiled with urine. Yo, everyone, welcome to episode 151 of the podcast. Thanks to the new listeners who came aboard. A couple of people jumped on the podcast from YouTube. Hope you guys like this episode. In this episode, I got my notes, I got my electronic memo pad. I'm so excited about this thing. Just give a few updates as far as the COVID situation goes here. Talk about there's something really fucked up that the president of the Japan IOC did recently. And then I get into this quick list about places that I love in Japan over the US. Again, it's a little bit American bashy, if that's a word, but no, it's just something randomly I thought of the other day, and I just made a quick list about it, and expanded on it. So, not too long episode. Don't get too deep. Next week, again, Ryder said the episode before, but my bad about the list you gave me. I'm going to get to it later. Before we get started, please take a second. I'll give you a moment. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, give me some stars, give me some shit, give me a comment, let me know what's going on, in your mind, okay? Before we get started. This is going to be a great episode, short but sweet. We're back into the groove, and enjoy. Yo, hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm back. Sorry for the delay in this episode, but welcome to episode 151 of the podcast. In a good mood, I'm back. I'm recharged, refreshed, ready to hit it. I got this. Where's my technology? I got some technology. I got boom. If you can see on YouTube, I got one of these. I'm sure it's not anything new. You know what this shit is. It's like the electronic memo pad. I got one of these from the 100 yen shop. It's like 500 yen, which is like about $5. But yeah, so I got one. I got my notes on this bitch. Like, I really love this thing. I wanted one. I saw one at Costco like last year, and I was like, ooh, shit, I want that. But the one at Costco was like 2,000 yen, over 3,000 yen. It was like 20-30 bucks. I was like, I ain't buying that shit for that much money. And in my mind, I was like, if I can find one of those for like less than 1,000 yen, again, new listeners, if you want to know the price of Japanese yen, to convert yen to dollars, just divide by 100 pretty much. So yeah, 1,000 is 10,000. $10 basically. 100 is $1. Is the easy way of doing it. About there. So like, yeah. So I was like, if I can get one for like less than 1,000 yen, I'll buy it. And then I was in the 100 yen shop the other day, and they had these joints new, and I was like, it's going down. So I've been using this shit left and right, get my taxes together and stuff like that. It's helping me out a lot. I got my notes. I can scribble down my notes for the episode without like, you veterans, me looking back and forth at my PC. I can actually figure out what the fuck I'm doing. So yeah, very necessary. I'm happy about this. So yeah, let me just give you a quick. Oh, sorry, I got eyelash in my eye. Let me just give you a quick update. If you're listening to this when it came out, there was an episode last week. Even though I said I was planning on recording one, but basically a couple of things happened. Well, first, the whole Wall Street bets situation happened, and I was just really enthralled in that situation. So I wanted to see what's going on in real time, see how far that situation would go. I'm not in it, I wasn't in it, but I just wanted to know what was going on. And plus, Japanese news wasn't covering it at all. Like, I turned on the TV now, like a week later they started talking about it. Japanese news is just late like that. They don't really break news like that. It's kind of safe, so they want to gather all the facts, know everything that's going on, then report on some shit. So yeah, you're not getting like as it happens kind of facts all the time. So with shit like, especially with shit like that, so I had to like scroll through the news and do what I did get myself. Then I worked, and then my son's birthday, I had to get ready for my son's birthday. He turned 4, and I surprised him. I did some super dad shit, and yeah, basically we took him out strawberry picking, and like way out in Chiba, like about an hour. It was like an hour and a half, 2 hours away from Tokyo. But took him to a strawberry, not factory, strawberry factory, strawberry patch, farm, whatever, and went strawberry picking, and then surprised him with go-karts, because I found, like, my mentor, I talked to one of my mentors, and he just mentioned like go-karts. My son's birthday, he knows my son, and he was like, yo, you know, and we just looked up some shit. We were talking on Zoom online. We just randomly found a place and was like, yo, that would be dope, because, you know, from 4 years old you can ride the little slow ones, like they go like 10 kilometers per hour. But, you know, when you on that bitch, like, you know, I was on that bitch with my son. Like at first, you know, when he wasn't really comfortable, you know, he needed a little support, and I'm on the back of that shit, like he's whipping around, like, whoa, I'm about to fly off that bitch. But I had the helmet on, so it was cool. But I was just like, shit. Looking at the video, it seemed like slow as shit. But when I was on that motherfucker, I was like, this is kind of like moving, you know. But yeah, it surprised him. So like, you know, I was so happy he went bananas, you know, because we didn't tell him where we were going. So when we got in there, like, he was just like running all over, you know. And it was great because we went on a Tuesday, so on a weekday. So like he whatchamacallit, basically we had the whole place to ourselves. You know, it wasn't anyone there. We went like just a little bit after they opened on a weekday afternoon, so nobody was there. We were the only people there, which I kind of figured would happen. You know, plus, you know, with the corona situation and everything. So, you know, he was just riding his little go-kart. So of course, I had to hop in one joint and you know, go crazy. It was an indoor track. It was really, really, really fun. The one I went was like, you know, like a proper one that went like, you know, 60 kilometers per hour or something like that, fast as shit. You know, it was fun as hell. We were there for a couple hours, you know, then rode back. So I was fucking exhausted by the time we got back, you know, because I was basically just on the road, you know, all day. And I'm in my go-kart with my son, you know, taking care of him. So I'm basically driving there, and then I drive back, you know. So by the time I hit the house, I was just like, fuck. But the next day I worked late, so I just slept all. I had a headache. I was just like, all fucked up. I had, if you remember, I think I had a sore throat a little bit. Can't remember, but I had a little sore throat coming on. I'm like, it's almost over. I'm almost over it, but you know, so I just had a headache and a sore throat, and I was just like fucked up. So, but the next day I had off, so I just slept all morning, and by the time it's time for me to go to work, I was kind of mostly recovered. So just, you know, getting ready for my son's birthdays, family time, plus the Wall Street bet situation. Just the timing, the day, it just wasn't right for me to record. So I was just like, fuck it, I'll just skip the week and get to it right now. So my apologies for that. Get to my notes. Well, first off, Rod, I gotta apologize to you because I planned my topics and everything, and then I looked at my notes from what I had planned from before, and apparently I had promised some topics that I was gonna go over and explain, and that you took some time to ask me about. So my apologies for that. It completely clashes with what I got planned. So episode 152, I'm gonna address those issues you asked me about here. They're very important issues as well, but I want to kind of take my time and address them. So but as far as the COVID front goes, I was wrong again. Surprise, everyone. I was wrong. Yeah, there aren't dead bodies in the streets all over the place. Well, actually there are, but the situation here, like, there isn't any shutdown. It looks like there's not going to be a shutdown here, which is kind of surprising for me. So, you know, but I mean, I was right about the number of deaths increasing. You know, I think we're up to, like, in Japan or Tokyo, I forgot. I think in Japan we're up to like 100 plus a day, which again is a pretty serious amount. A lot of them are older people, and it seems like the government is just like, man, fuck the older people, fuck them, let them die. Because, like, it's weird because the amount of new cases, big news. The amount of serious cases, yeah, not so big news. And the amount of people dying increasing is just like pushed to the side, swept under the rug, like whatever. You know, I mean, because the number of cases has gone down since we've had our quote unquote state of emergency. But like the number of deaths is increasing, and everyone's just like, hey, what can you do? Like, yeah, it doesn't make any news headlines at all, which is kind of weird and kind of perplexing to me. I thought like that would kind of kick in, the sense of urgency here, but it just really hasn't. So I'm done. I think I'm done making state of emergency predictions. I think the government's just like, fuck it, the economy's gonna stay open no matter what the fuck happens. So I don't know, whatever. But I mean, the numbers are driving. Again, I said it last year. I'm saying it right now. I'm happy I'm wrong. I don't really want. Kind of. I mean, the amount of old people dying kind of sucks, but generally speaking, like, okay, good, fine. The economy's still back open. Everything's still there. We're not locked down. Great, yay. Yeah, but I was just, I wasn't like hoarding anything. All the shopping and everything I did, it was definitely consumable stuff that we will use here in the house. So it's fine. But yeah, I was expecting a lot more. I was just looking around like the end of January, like that's it. I ain't gonna say nothing about these dead bodies, but hey, y'all, fuck is y'all people. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing. Like, all right, cool, whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Japan. Like, as far as I'm just gonna run through these topics because I got one main topic I want to get to. But before that, there are a few new. Oh shit! I dropped my thing. There are a few new listeners, a few new subscribers. Maybe I commented on another YouTuber's video a few days, like a week or so ago, and maybe some people found the podcast, found the page. So just thanks to you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. If you stick around for this bullshit, like, I appreciate it. I talked to a few of you guys in the comment sections or whatever. I appreciate, every viewer, every subscriber. I'm not like a career YouTuber. I didn't say it like, I did say, that does sound kind of condescending when I say it like that. But, honestly, I'm not. Like, what I mean is, like, I'm not, this is my hobby, at this point right now. So, I'll put out podcasts and videos when I can. I don't do clips. I don't, do compilations. I don't do animated stuff. In the future, I'd like to, but, yeah, I'm just focused on other shit right now. So, I just enjoy, about once a week, coming on here, recording on my fucking phone. Just, I got a mic set up for the audio stuff, but I just like enjoy shooting the shit with people and talking about shit that's going on in Japan. This ball ass Tokyo life in my living room in all its glory. But but yeah, no. So yeah, just because like I said, I know personally, especially being a black dude from DC, from inner city America, even if you're not, but just in general, most people I see from on the audio are from like West Coast California, shit like that. About half of the listeners, but I mean, yeah, I remember me living in America. I was curious about what the fuck was going on over here. So, and, I think I've had a lot of experiences. Even one of my coworkers picked up the podcast recently. So, I'm just trying to spread some love, spread some info, document the crazy shit I go through over here. And just have fun. So I enjoy talking with y'all. So for any new listeners, any new viewers, like, that's pretty much the deal here. You can send me a message at questionsforakil@gmail.com. Holla at me, or anything in the comment. I'm gonna probably see it, and send you a message or reply, whatever. Yeah, so do that. Also, I can't forget, hit the fucking shit, whatever, stars, whatever the fuck, you go hit subscribe, do all that stuff, please. Okay, so yeah, so I have one story I want to get to, which is about something fucking weird that happened the other day here in Japan. Like, it happened yesterday, and it's just been like this weird ass story. So, like, basically, the head of the Japan Olympic Committee, I want to say his name is Mori. He's just an old dude. Yeah, Yoshiro Mori. Apparently, he's like, I think he used to be prime minister, as I read before. I don't know, he was before my time, but he's a powerful old Japanese dude. A shot caller, wanna be a bowler. Shot caller, 20-inch blades on the Impalas. Sorry. If you know what that song is, you know. But anyway, what was I saying? I don't know. He's an old dude who runs Japan, right? Runs shit here, and so he made a really sexist comment the other day in the news. It sounds a lot worse in Japanese, like what he said, like than how it's translated in English. But basically, he was saying that you know. In the meetings, the Japan Olympic Committee meetings, women talk too much, and it's kind of like annoying, you know. So they might need to limit. He was thinking about limiting the amount of time women can talk in those meetings, which is horribly sexist. Like that's horribly sexist. But you know, normally, typically in Japan, an old dude saying weird shit like that gets a pass. But in this situation, you know, you've heard me talk saying the Olympics are being canceled. The atmosphere and the mood is changing. You've heard me talk about that in the previous episodes. And then he just dumps this shit on there. I personally, I think like this is gonna be the catalyst for them being able to cancel the Olympics. You know, he just threw a bunch of like a wet blanket all over like the Olympic, whatever was left of the Olympic atmosphere, even though everyone knew it was already over. But then you got like this guy who is basically, I kind of was watching on TV, seems to be instrumental in bringing the Olympics to Japan. And you know, so if you think he's like, remember I've talked about before, he's the Tantosha, he's like the guy in charge, the person responsible, so he's like setting the pace. And so for him to say some shit like this kind of like just completely destroys the mood. And I think like that's going to be the excuse, that's going to be the turning point. It has been for me, like where people just being like, well, I don't want to do the Olympics now. We got this motherfucker saying racist, sexist, that shit like this. So I think definitely that was like the nail in the Olympic coffin for 2021. You know, but again, 2032. Hey, maybe, I don't know. I'll be what, 50? Shit. Okay. All right. But hey, 50 is good. 50's the new 35. Hey, you know. But yeah. So I put there's an article related to it. It's a real fucked up, crazy ass situation. He's like, I'm not stepping down. You know, he's not gonna step down. Like Japanese politicians and like people in charge say, especially politicians, just say the dumbest, craziest shit all the fucking time. And so, but it's just this the timing of it couldn't have been worse for like any leftover hope of the Olympics happening in Tokyo. So I think it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Like I'm confident about the Olympics. COVID situation here, I don't know what the fuck is going on with these people, but yeah, definitely Olympics. I'll be damned if they gonna have the Olympics now. Okay, I did that. All right, so before I get out of here, it's not gonna be a long episode just because it's getting late. I got work tomorrow. And you know, I'm just getting back into the podcast groove. One thing, and my throat's starting to get a little, but one thing I got for you, I don't know why I was thinking about this the other day, but I forgot what made me think of this shit like yesterday or 2 days ago, but basically I was thinking things that I like about Japan, places, everyday places that are so much more pleasant in Japan, especially I'll just say specifically in Tokyo. And so I just made a little list about it. You know, I was like, you know, I got my electronic fucking memo pads. I was like, hey, I can just make a fucking list. I just sat here for 5 minutes and just thought about the shit. Some places you heard me talk about before. Some places you haven't heard me talk about before. And the first one I'm going to talk about is the inspiration for this list. I don't know what made me think about this, but you know, the first thing, places that I love in Japan over America any day of the week, elevators. Oh my gosh, like just there's no piss in elevators here. Like you don't smell piss in a train station. There's no piss in our apartment building. There's no pissy elevators here. Like it's fucking amazing. Like you know, I was thinking about the other, like why is there piss in every goddamn elevator in America? I mean, I'm not gonna front. Like I've pissed in the elevator in my time or two. You know, I think my teenage years, maybe a drunken night, I took a piss in the elevator. I can't front. You know, but I smack the shit out of myself now. Like if you know, Like, I'll be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why can't you just hold it? Why can't you just find the bathroom? Like, why you got piss in the elevator? Me, 39-year-old me would cuss teenage me out for even thinking about pissing in the fucking elevator. But I did it. I'm not gonna lie about it, and once it's like the elevator, man, once you piss in the elevator once, like it's defiled forever, man. You can't get that piss smell out of there. But and it seems like everyone's had the same idea in America at some point, in every major city in America at some point. But in Japan, no. Like, you can just be in an elevator and without being like, fuck, this shit smells like piss. I don't want to touch any, like, I don't want to touch anything. You just like, you're just trapped like in like a stasis pod. You just got to sit there like it's like a cocoon, scared to touch the wall because it's just like been defiled with urine. Next one. Yeah, well, train station trains, as well. Trains are quiet here. You heard me talk about before the atmosphere about trains. Trains are just quiet here. Like, it's just peaceful, it's clean, it's quiet. Like, any like little bottle or can that's on the floor is like a huge distraction, but generally there's nothing. There's no piss on the train. Again, piss-free zone. There's no noise. It's safe. You can sleep. You know people eating on there. No people, it's just fucking nice. It's like a library. It's, a moving library. It's great. That's highly punctual. It's fucking amazing. Public toilets. Oh my gosh. Like, I take shits in public bathrooms in Japan. I'll take a shit in the public bathroom here. I mean, now wipe it down, but they have like the sanitary little spray thing. But you can take a shit in the public bathroom here. Like, you can take a piss in the public. It's fine. They're fucking nice. And they're clean. I mean, depending on where you go, like Shibuya, Shinjuku, I ain't doing all that. But like, if you go to like a nice area like Aoyama or Montesando or a central area, or Montesando, maybe not so much, but like, I think I remember I used to go to like Aoyama. The one, I forgot, I think it was Aoyama Ichome Station or something like that. Like, where I used to work, it was like one train station, and they had the nicest public bathroom ever. It was like a century. I forgot. Maybe it's Abujiban or something. I think when I was going to Japanese class, I can't remember what the train station was, but I just remember because like it was like a secluded ass bathroom, because it was like it was like my golden nugget, which is no pun intended, but like it was like in this clean train station, and like I remember you go up there and it was like down the secret kind of hallway kind of thing where it wasn't really obvious where it was, and it's kind of out of the way to get there, so no one really used it. So it was like cleaned a lot. It was like a pristine ass toilet, and it was like the most refreshing shit in like a public place I can remember ever taking. It was fucking amazing, right? So so toilets, especially public toilets here, you've heard me talk about regular toilets, but just any of the toilet experience in Japan is just way better than America. Just gotta say. Sidewalks, oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh, sidewalks. Sorry, my voice is getting a little strained here, so but yeah, sidewalks. There's no gum. There's no fucking chewing gum. Like, it looks like a goddamn Dalmatian when I'm walking on the street in America. I mean, this is not to shit on America all the time, by the way. It seems like I'm just shitting on America, but hey, whatever. Okay. Okay. There's no spit on the street. Nobody spits on the street. Nobody spits gum on the street. It's just a fucking clean sidewalk, and it's fine. Like, it's great. Like, I'm completely disgusted and freaked out if I see spit on the sidewalk here. Like, if I see someone who actually like spit, I'm just like, I'm just like jump over to the other side of the street or something. I mean, I've been driving. For me personally on the road, like if I got a hawk a loogie or something, I'm not doing it on purpose. If I can't hold it, I definitely try and hold it. And I definitely try not to let other people see me do it. But there have been a few times, like I think in winter, if I had a little phlegm or whatever, like I've had to do it like in the car or something like that. But on the street, if I'm walking, even if I'm by myself or no one's around near me, I would hold phlegm in until I'm in the appropriate place. That's how acclimated I'm. Japan, they just brainwash me. I'm not hawking a loogie, especially in Tokyo, man. Like, it's so many people around you. You're gonna fucking spit on somebody, like, unless you're like go out of your way. Like, I'll have to walk away from everyone into like a bushed area, look around, make sure no one's there, and then wait until it's clear, and then and then just run away. Okay, next. Convenience stores. Again, it's just a pleasant place. Like, convenience store in America for me, like going into a 7-Eleven in DC, going into a 7-Eleven in Japan, completely night and day experiences. Like, depending on the area where you at, like, come on now, you know how it is. You got, you gotta watch your surroundings. Who's hanging out there? What they doing? Like, are they jumping people for their money? Oh man. Okay, whatever. I could tell us a story about this, but whatever. This is about Japan. It's not about this is not about America, but yeah. So it's a bunch of shit like that. So convenient, yeah, night and day, just night and day. It's clean, it's friendly, it's quiet, it's peaceful. It's just nice. Like, I mean, every now and then, like, I live in the suburbs of Tokyo now. You might have some young people hanging out there, but like nobody dangerous. Nobody, nobody dangerous. If anything, people looking at me like, oh shit, there's a big black dude here. We get, it's fine. So, but related to that is gas stations as well. Gas station experience is a similar kind of thing. Don't have to watch my back. Don't have to worry about someone like, jumping in my car trying to take my shit. Like, I can actually just, fucking relax. I don't have to look around. Like, I can whip out cash and pay. I can pay cash at the gas station machine without thinking somebody's gonna rob me. It's fucking great. It's just relaxing. And speaking of that, the last one I'm gonna get into, ATM. The ATM. The ATM is fucking stress-free here, man. Like, and what I'm talking about. Like, even if you go to a drive-through ATM, you gotta check your mirrors. You gotta look in the bushes. Is anybody out there? Like, what time of day is it? You're looking around. Like, is anyone seeing your stuff? How's your pin number? Are the buttons dirty? Is someone skimming on this motherfucker? Like, what does the card reader look like? Is that real? Like, the ATM is not like. The ATM in America is not friendly. It's like all industrial. The buttons are all heavy. The screen's all worn and like weathered, and it just looks all fucked up. But this shit, it's like in Japan, it's like touch screen, and it fucking bows. The people pop out and bow to you like when you finish, and like I mean, not literally, but like on the screen, it's like people bowing and shit, and like. It's all, the icons look soft, and the screen is really nice and big, and it's just like nice. And it's just good. Like, and I don't have to worry about someone like trying to rob me or steal my shit. And like I don't have to look around. Like I don't gotta do shit. Like I'm just get my fucking money and leave, and like or whatever my transaction is, and that's. Banking or ATM fees they're trying to introduce ATM fees here in Japan, but generally speaking, like there are no or very low ATM fees compared to like, American banks that just try and like, leech off of every penny that you have. So, yeah, it's just a relaxing experience. Like those, there are several more. Those are just ones I could come up with off the top of my head. But, just generally speaking, like, it's just easier, to live my everyday life here because I just don't have to, I was thinking about it, like, just, I think I was looking at myself in the mirror and I was just like, wow, I look all like goofy and just like, I was like, yeah, because I don't have that stress of everyday life that I have to deal with that, I don't know, that burden or to carry every day, of like, being on all the time. I'm just doing me every day here. And that's, I mean, life is not perfect everywhere. And, you heard me talk about some of the challenges living here if you're a long time listener. But hey, I heard one dude say, who's been here forever, older black. He said, "I'm a free black man here," and I am. I'm a free black man. I'm free as a motherfucker. It's great. Happy Black History Month. Yeah, but whatever. I'm gonna wrap up the episode that way. But yeah. Those are just some things that off the top of my head that I enjoy and I appreciate about my life here. And I'm sure, like, if when all this whole COVID situation ends, you have a chance to come to Japan and visit, you will probably notice too. Don't fucking spit on the goddamn sidewalk, okay? Keep your fucking gum, like, just keep the wrapper and put the shit in your pocket. There's not gonna be trash cans. You just gotta deal with it. Please, god damn it. Okay, all right, so let me get the fuck out of here. All right, so, and next time we'll be a little bit heavier topics, but there's just a few societal issues that I have to explain. So all right, y'all, be good to yourself, and I'll holler at you next time. Peace.